When I see therapists do pay transparency videos, first of all, I love them. I love that therapists do that. I think it's really great for people to see what it is to run a therapy business and to kind of normalize that. I'm a lease therapist for a million years, coach for women, and coach for therapists around money mindset. What I often notice in the pay transparency videos, excuse me, I'm trying to fold my bandana. I notice how much money is being left on the table in many of these videos, especially when a therapist takes insurance, because in the pay transparency, you need to account for clawbacks. If you don't know what a clawback is, it's when an insurance company comes back to you months, a year later, says, remember that money we paid you? Yeah, well, we're taking it back. People who no-show, people who are late for sessions because the insurance requires that a client is with you a certain number of minutes to get paid. So if a client's a certain number of minutes late, you don't get paid. If a client no-shows or cancels, you often can't submit that through insurance, so you lose that money. So I do notice, because a lot of the therapists, who, by the way, I have a tremendous amount of respect for them, I do notice that there is a lot of income being lost there. And if they were self-pay therapists, they would be able to charge for the no-shows or the late cancels. They could charge their full fee. And if a client is late, that's on the client, right? This is the time you've blocked out. So it's interesting to look at it and say, it really gives people a taste of what it's like to be in business. But the other side of that is, I think it can also show that when you are contracted with an insurance company, there are limitations that you are required to follow, basically, that you can't do certain things, because when you are a paneled therapist, the insurance company makes the rules. You don't get to decide. You have to do what they say. So it's your practice, but not really, because somebody else is calling the shots. When you're a therapist in your own practice, you get to make the decisions. You get to set the policies, you get to make the rules. And I think that you would also have a lot less lost income if you were able to set it up the way you want to set it up without an insurance company telling you what to do. If any of this sounds good, you would like to talk about how to maximize your practice, or how to get off insurance, or how to raise your fees without guilt, send me a message. Let's see if we can work together.